Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second down and 3.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Throw left side, completion to Rice. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A gain of 3, second down.
When you look at this Bronco defense,
this crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Room here to run. 20. 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. It just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Mahomes going to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
Down inside the 10.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's a 3rd and goal. Mahomes takes it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos nothing.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The rushing totals for Dobbins last week. 15 carries, just shy of 140 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 37.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Broncos at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That's another Broncos first down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first and 10. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Now it's Nix. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Throwing Nix. We're in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
Brings up third and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 40 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest. And it's now first and goal.
First and goal, Denver.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
49 yards.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
First down.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And you can see he's closing in on a rushing title, the league leader coming into the penultimate week of the season. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. To throw is Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets into the 30.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Drew Sanders. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Matt Reusen now on to punt this one away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And just a single. Punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First down, Broncos.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. To throw, here's Nix. Well, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's Nix. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Broncos. First down. A gain of 16 yards.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Nix from the shotgun. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims, 37 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 4. By 28-yard line.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. That flag, that'll push him back 5. Following the delay, here's second and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Nix to the air. He got a man and he hits him in stride. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And eventually taken down. pitch downfield. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the Broncos' 44-yard line.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Mahomes now on the sneak.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
17 yards.
77 yards on the ground now for Hunt. It'll be a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
8 yards.
2 yards to go, second down.
Second and 2.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. On play action, here's Nix. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting. Negative.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 56 yards. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
From the 38 now, here's second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Looking to throw. Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. Chris Jones on the stop.
He's taken down at the
Second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Operating from the gun. Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure unbridled joy after that one.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 34-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
At the 43-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Butker's kick here is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Into the hands of Ingram.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need. That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Throwing Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
To throw is Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Now 1st and goal.
Broncos first down. First and goal.
To throw is Nix.
And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm over.
Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back.
Ball like yellow on leaves. Ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me. Blowing a coffee, is asleep. You weak, chic. The web look at the boots, fleet. Headache, got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay.
Fall back, yeah, get back. Fall back, yeah, get back. Back, 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 back. Fall back, 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 back.
I only like bad, but a thick, it's a big, it's a no, so long as she get really. Listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but like we go back, way back. Now we on track, but you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap, you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like